Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Callum,
And I'm Sam.
and today we're having a look at the Weller Special Reserve.
Alrighty, today we're doing the Weller. This has been a bit of a struggle to find.
You can't find it in Australia. It's
It's
impossible.
really annoying. It's like, I don't know if is it just Victoria or is it all of Australia?
I think it might
if
be
you're
just
from other
Victoria,
parts of
to be
Australia,
honest.
let us know if you see it often. We got it from Nick's online.
But that's
and-
very rare. They're always sold out. Like, always
Yeah,
sold
most of
out.
the time they're sold out, and Nick's is like I think they're only online now because of COVID. And they're like staying like they've been like that for like nearly 2 years now.
Mhm.
But they're like the only ones that we found that to get like good stuff, like not
Yeah,
good
yeah.
stuff. They get stuff that is like normally not seen in like stores, especially not Dan's or Liquorland, anything like that. All right, so the Weller, I think it was originally known as Stitzel Weller Distilling Company was the original name of the company that owned it. Now it is owned by what's their name? Sazerac. Sazerac owns this one.
Sazerac
which
owns
means
it.
that yeah, Sazerac,
Yeah,
Sazerac owns everything. This is Buffalo Trace Distillery. So
I get
they
confused
don't
with it.
say
all,
like
to be honest.
what part and stuff. I know. I thought I thought Buffalo Trace was like a
I thought
company or something. Yeah, no.
no.
Buffalo Trace is just this massive
Just enterprise
distillery that,
almost.
like distillery that just like sends out a lot of different stuff.
Mm.
But basically, Weller was like one of the guys named. Weller is they call it Weller because most or at least a lot of people seem to give credit for Weller, the guy's name, for being the first one to implement wheat as a second grain in a mash bill instead of rye.
Yeah.
So that's why his name on it, because he's given credit for it. Now what wheat will be doing is pretty much doubling down on whatever taking rye out will be doing. So you remove rye and you remove some of the more green, spicy herbal notes.
Just more sweetness.
Adding wheat also adds like more sweetness and creaminess and softness and stuff. It's going to be doubling down on the ease, which will be interesting because I feel like bourbon, like that rye, no matter how small or big it is, the rye amount is like right in my brain as like that's part of what bourbon is. Like I don't know what it's like to taste it without it, but
Well, I mean, it's funny you say that because, like, when I first smelt this, which was last night or something, my initial thought was it's a more deep and rich Buffalo Trace
Yeah,
because it's got like the similar notes. Buffalo Trace is very sweet, almost simple.
very yeah. It's a bit simplistic.
This is very sweet, but it's also like there seems to be some depth in it, maybe from the oak
And
impact or like that.
It's 45.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
as well.
90
isn't it?
proof. So yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a little bit more, 5% more ABV on it, which will be good for the density. One complaint we did have about Buffalo Trace after a while of drinking it was that it seemed to just die quite quickly. It was a little bit thin. The added 5% may help a lot there. And I think also the wheat and stuff will increase the kind of thickness of those creamy vanilla notes.
Yeah. Getting a lot of dark fruits and sweetness, obviously, like vanilla and caramel.
It's like floral notes as well.
Yeah. I'm more in that the dark fruit territory, but I can see where you're coming from.
Getting like oak and flowers
Yeah, you said before that
and caramel.
you said before that there shouldn't be much of a barrel impact, but I'm getting quite oaky.
I'm definitely getting the
Oaky
oak.
notes, to be honest.
I think from what we read beforehand, one of them obviously didn't get much oak impact. I'm getting a huge amount, but I'm getting a normal amount of it. It's definitely there on the nose.
It's almost
And
to
it's
the point
adding to
where
that like caramel note.
yeah, it's like almost replacing the rye spice for me. Because it's
Yeah,
still
there's
got
like
that
that
like
bitterness
spicy
and-
bit of depth, which is
Yeah,
obviously
that
the
kind
barrel.
of charred barrel tannins and wood tannins and stuff like that, mixing with like the caramel. There's a lot of vanilla in this, and that wheat kind of makes it more like of a thick vanilla, a bit more creamy. I think light. There's like a touch of not dairy, but maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna taste this. That is so much richer than I was expecting it to be. It's really oily. It like clings all around your mouth. Oh,
That's what I mean by like the dairy note. Like I feel like it's like when you add cream to a pasta sauce or something, like it just feels richer or something. Like it's just, it does feel more dense, a lot more dense than the Buffalo Trace did.
Yeah.
What was the price on this one that you paid?
I take it back. It's $85.
85.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, $25 more is a decent amount, but I think I would pay it if it was between the two.
How much is Buffalo Trace? 60, 65?
60, yeah.
I would still go for this.
Yeah, me too.
The dark fruit
The only
notes
problem with that is that it's not around very often.
Yeah, that's
so...
true. If you can find it. On the palate, the dark fruits disappear, and it's more oaky. I know it's not spice, but it's spicier, obviously, from the oak.
The oak spice. Yeah. It's just not like...
Yeah, the sweetness is through the roof, but it's not sickly sweet.
It's not like
just nice.
drizzling like sugar syrup on something. It's like an actual flavor. It's caramel. It's vanilla. It's it's
and
nice.
more of the floral notes come through on the palate instead of
definitely I got it on the nose lightly, but yeah, it's more there on the palate.
I can't get over the mouthfeel. It just clings everywhere.
The oak impact goes up, like on the finish, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, like the aftertaste, I'm getting a lot more like oak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For the finish, honey, I reckon I could say. Honey, I could be talking to thinking was in it.
Yeah, you could talk me into it. I can see why this sells out all the time. By the way, like, we're probably paying excessive amounts for it here in Australia.
It's meant to be like $24 in America.
Yeah, which is what, 50-ish AU.
Yeah.
But we have like mad alcohol tax, but apart from
yeah.
Yeah.
And the import tax and stuff.
Import everything. But if you can find it, definitely pick this up because it's well worth the money.
I would like to know people in America who have access to Weller and Buffalo Trace extensively, which is ironic because I do hear that some parts of America really struggle to find Buffalo Trace, which makes no sense. Here. It is everywhere here, which makes no sense at all. But anywhere that anyone who's had both, just let us know what your opinion is of them. And I'd like to know the price difference of the Buffalo Trace and Weller in a place in America where they're both, in abundance.
This probably shouldn't be a question, but I also want to know what the proof of Buffalo Trace is over there. Do we know? Because they're probably watered down because they're huge over here. It's probably watered down. It's 40
here. It's 40 here, so yeah, if it's more than that anywhere else, let us know, because we'd love to be.
I have a funny feeling like it's
gonna get another. I'd love to be even more annoyed about getting gypped by
that's it.
More lets that happen. But yeah, no, I like this a lot. I'm getting a lot more sweet fruits. I know if I call it like dark fruits, but it's
on the.
I don't know. It's fruity. It's fruity.
On the nose, when I first started, it was like plum almost. It was a very dark fruit.
I'm getting like apple pie, or apple crumble, but with like less. It's got like maybe less apple. It's like got apple in it, but it's not. It's more just like fruity in general, just like a blanket
It's like
statement.
just a fruit pie almost.
Yeah, a fruit crumble, just in general.
That exists.
Mixed fruit pie. I'm sure it does, surely. That's one thing I want to actually taste when we go to America eventually, is try all their pies. Apparently they're just like famous in America. Every time you go to a different state, there's a different type of, fruit pie that's just like...
I mean, what is the definition of a pie over there? Like here, you go pie, meat pie.
Yeah, no, when they hear pie, I'm pretty sure...
They think like a fruit dessert
American, they think of dessert, yeah.
We think savory, meaty, kind of sport stuff.
Yeah, they're the ones you get after football and stuff. They're sevens, so whatever, wrapped in, they're just...
4 and 20s or whatever they're called.
4 and 20, I think that's what it's called. No, I think pretty sure Americans think of like the dessert, the fruit and stuff.
Yeah.
They've got all these different pies and stuff. And here, I don't really... You see apple pie occasionally. Crumble is like more the thing.
We almost call them like, crumble or tart. But
tart, yeah. But if you're watching right now, then kudos to you, and we apologize.
We're just talking about...
We're just talking about pie. Let's just end this. Alrighty. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Everything Whiskey. If you liked it, leave us a like. If you want to see future episodes from us, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. If you do, see you next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.